What is going on, everybody? This is Black Hippie here. Welcome to Black Hippie Radio. I'm here with Miss Asha Thomas. It's Miss, right?
Yes.
Miss Asha Thomas at Mike Song High School, Marapula High School at the Mike Song Theater. I'm not really going to do that much talking. I'm going to let Miss Asha Thomas here tell us why she's here and just a little bit about herself. So, obviously I'll ask you a couple questions, but
okay.
Just tell us why you're here.
Okay. Well, thanks for inviting me, first of all. I am absolutely thrilled to be here. This is my first time in Botswana.
Interesting.
So I'm very excited. We were invited by the U.S. Embassy, actually.
Okay.
So we're a group of predominantly American artists.
All right.
Our group is called Dawn's Early Light. Well, that's the name of our project.
Yeah.
I am a freelance choreographer and dancer from Atlanta, but I've been living in Paris for 11 years. So.
Right. Can I just stop you there? Why did you move to Paris?
I moved to Paris because, I was in a dance company in New York City, this company, Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And it's a huge company, and it tours internationally. It tours internationally, and we would go to Paris every 2 years. And I really liked touring to Europe. Yeah. I don't know. I just had it had this feeling about it that
Europe
I really.
Has this thing.
It had this thing, and I always felt really good, and really it seemed like a special vibe whenever I was there. So after 8 years with this dance company, I figured, I've done that. I've put in my time. Let me go see what it's like to live in Europe.
Yeah.
And in 2002, I think it was, I had gone to Senegal. That was my very first country in Africa, to Senegal.
In 2002?
I think so, 2002, 2003, around there. And, it's a francophone country.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak French. I couldn't communicate with anybody. And my first time in Africa, I was in love. I just couldn't, I felt so happy to be there as a Black American.
Here. Yeah.
And so I think that sparked in me the desire to learn French, first of all.
Yeah.
And to go back to Africa. I had gone after that trip, I think I went back 4 times to Senegal. Really? Before going to any other African country.
Place, yeah.
Anyway, so eventually I decided to move to France because I was always there on tour.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn French. It just seemed like a natural next step for me. And so, in my head, I was like maybe 2 years, 3 years, something like that, 4 tops. And here I am. It's been 11 years.
Yeah.
And it's been going well.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So what kind of projects did you work on while you were in Paris?
In Paris, so I dance with a lot of different dance companies, predominantly contemporary companies. Yep. There with French choreographers. I also do my own choreography that I've toured internationally. Yeah. And that is really special to me, create my own work. Yeah. And this project that I'm presenting here with 3 other artists is called Dawn's Early Lights. That's another project of mine that I co-created actually with an American singer.
All right.
So those are some of the kinds of things that I'm doing in Paris, along with teaching as well. I teach dance.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right. So do you have, I know with dances most of the time you record videos and put them up on the internet and stuff like that. Do you have stuff like that up?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you mind giving me like the YouTube channel or something?
See. Everybody has been asking me about a YouTube channel. I guess I better get one.
You better get one. Yeah, no, definitely.
I need to get up on that. Okay,
definitely.
I will put that together soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm on Facebook. I have stuff on my Facebook page, Asha Thomas. Yep. And a little bit on Instagram as well. It's Asha _ in Paris.
Okay.
So I have a few things on there, but I will get up on this YouTube channel thing because
please
people have been mentioning
it,
and I must be missing out. So.
I'm pretty sure it's not just me. it's a few people.
Yeah.
So have you always wanted to dance?
Always. I feel very blessed to have always known what I wanted to do because a lot of people, I think it's normal for people not to really know.
Well, definitely.
And that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
For some reason, though, I've always known that I wanted to dance, and that's what I've done. That's what I'm still doing.
So if you could go back, would you pick anything else?
Anything else to do?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. I do have other interests.
Obviously, yeah.
I do, for some strange reason, like event planning. That seems really random. I think it's the choreographer in me. I think that like a wedding or a special event, creating an experience for someone, I think that's very closely related to choreography and
putting things together.
And I feel like I'm really organized, and I like to make lists. So that just seems like something that, you know, that I would probably be good at. And I think I have pretty good taste, taste for decoration and, you know, really having a beautiful ambiance. And, you know, that's important to me, decor.
I feel that.
So maybe something like that, I don't know.
Yeah. But definitely dance is that's just, I really do believe that's what I've been put here to do. Yeah. So what types of dance have you gotten into?
I started with classical ballet. I've done a lot of modern dance, predominantly that in the U.S. Once I moved to Europe, I started to study flamenco in Spain, which
what's that like? What's flamenco?
Flamenco is a dance that originates from southern Spain. It has a lot of different influences because it's a gypsy dance, and you know, gypsies migrated through India, and you know, they've been moving around, and it's a really beautiful, intense art form that originated in they say Sevilla. You know, there's some discrepancies about where exactly the birthplace is, but it's, you know, they have their singing, they have their dancing, which I love. There's a lot of footwork, there are a lot of arms. You see Indian influences, you see African influences. They have all these different roots actually in flamenco, but that's, you know, that's not the first dance style that I really got attracted to. There was one point when Afro-Brazilian dance really grabbed me. I think I just love to move. I just love to dance, and I will soak up anybody's dance styles. I'm really interested in that. That just fascinates me. I always look for different ways of moving. And
so you've done classical ballet?
Yes, I have.
And then what was the other one?
Modern dance. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. So I don't know. I feel like you mentioned this before we started, and you were talking about how a dancer's career isn't that long.
Yeah,
you know, it can only go on for so long. So how do you make sure that it keeps on going?
You know, a dancer has to stay in shape.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of, you know, that's just the conditioning of what we do to be able to do our jobs. It's very important to take care of our instruments, which, you know, is of course our bodies. So that will determine how long you last a lot of times, because, you know, so many people, their careers are cut short by injury. Or you know, or burnout. Sometimes it's just so grueling that you decide that, you know what, I've done this. I'm ready to move on.
I'm ready to move on now.
Or as I was saying, sometimes you just want to start a family. And, you know, actually, I know a lot of dancers that continue to have a career even with a family. But if you're going to tour around, though, it gets a little tricky. You know.
So you feel like you need to tour around? Or
that's just what I've always done. I guess at some point I'll have to, you know, make a decision if I want to continue touring as much. But I really... You know, my job is taking me all over the world. Obviously, I'm here in Botswana with you guys. It's, you know, thanks to my job. So, you know, I love traveling. I love discovering different cultures and getting to know people and exchanging with people. And that my job has afforded me to do that. I guess one day I'll have to kind of settle it down a little bit, I suppose, you know. So,
it happens. You get there, and then, you know, you try to figure out what's next.
You know, or I don't know, just if, you know, because I hope to start a family soonish, you know. You know, in a few years or so, maybe, you know, a couple years from now, and I guess otherwise just strap a baby on your back and keep touring. I don't know. I think people just figure it out, really.
No, you do. You
just
definitely
figure it out.
I think there's no way of, like, figuring it out before it's happened.
There's no point in that, right? And I don't want to think that life stops once you have, you know, a family.
No, definitely not. Not. So why do you do it? Why do you get up every single morning and just dance? dance.
This is what I do. This is why I'm here. I honestly feel like this is why I've been put on this earth. This is what I've always done. I see how it transforms myself and how it transforms others. It would be a disgrace not to use the gift that I have, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it really is. It really is the most natural thing for me. Yeah. Even when sometimes I have trouble even speaking in public or expressing myself verbally. If I move first, it always happens easier for me. Yeah. It really kind of unblocks something in me, really.
Definitely, I feel that. I definitely feel that.
That's why even in some of these workshops that we've been giving, if it's a lot of kids, or adults even, if they're kind of stuck in their place and not really saying anything or not communicating, I'll get them up. We'll start doing warm-ups, because I really do think that kind of gives you access.
Yeah. Like once you are in a space where you can let go of some energy and just open up and get free. Yeah. No, everything just comes naturally.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. So would you say that you have anybody or anything that inspires you?
Yes. I love, for example, the project that I'm doing here is with 3 other artists. And I'm absolutely inspired by other art.
Okay.
I think that artists are generally just inspired by everyday life, things that happen in the world today. I really want to do a piece soon about police brutality that's going on in the States. So I'm inspired by, events that affect us. Music inspires me. Text, poetry, all of those things kind of feed me, give me ideas,
Yeah, I totally feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. So, this is an online youth radio station, so it's a lot of young people listening right now. Is there anything you want to put out there? Anything you want to say to a young dancer, or just somebody that's young that's just trying to figure out life and, what to do next?
Yes. Yeah. Well, one thing that I was saying today, we were giving a workshop, and I was telling one student to just keep practicing. I still take class. So I say that keep practicing, keep working on your craft for one, and to just stay ready. Because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
You don't have to get ready.
Yes. And I, that's something that I heard somewhere, and I absolutely love that. Because as we were saying, I can't remember if it was before we started or during, but it's a combination of your talent and your work ethic and luck. But luck has to find you working. Luck has to find you doing something. Luck doesn't.
That's true.
You have to be ready for when that chance event comes. It has to meet you. And you're ready to go. So I would say, keep at your craft.
Definitely.
And stay ready. Yeah.
That's totally cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Asha Thomas.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy your stay here in Botswana.
It's been great. Yeah, it has
and
been.
I hope you do come back soon.
Thank you.
There's definitely, like I said before, there's a lot of things around here, and I feel like you've only been in Gaborone. There's still Francistown. There's still this other place called.
We're coming back.
You gotta come back. You gotta come back. You definitely gotta come back.
With pleasure.
So, what is your Facebook there?
My Facebook name is Asha Thomas.
Okay.
I don't know how. I think there are tons of Asha Thomases.
Yeah.
What I am going to do, because people have said it, I'm going to do this YouTube channel thing.
Yes, please.
And then I will get that information to you.
Yes, please. Yeah. Just get it to my song, and I'll find my way to it.
Okay, absolutely. With pleasure. Yeah.
This is great. It was great talking to you.
Thank you.
And I hope to talk to you soon.
Yes.
Hopefully in Paris or here.
Yeah, come on over.
we got a few listeners in Paris, so definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Okay, great.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Black Hippie Radio. Get with the waves.